Welcome back to another episode of Geeks-a-Musing. This is Nathan.
This is Ryan. I swear you've used that voice before at the beginning of a recording.
I probably have. I'm starting to get sleepy.
You're running low on your. You're running low.
I am. Even though we've recharged with pizza, I'm still because the house full of puppies is wearing me out, and I'm not even taking care of them. But yeah, this episode is. What was the actual?
The actual
topic?
title was drum roll. I was gonna. If you can.
Oh, there he goes.
You can enter one in. It was sci-fi, aliens, Terminators, and other worldly things.
And we just decided to make that Sci-Fi Movies, TVs.
Movies, TVs. But I only really have like 2 TV shows written down. We can just kind of spitball if you want to think of other TV shows.
Yeah. Well, the TV shows you have are probably the only ones I can think of. No, I can think of. I got a couple more.
All right.
We can throw out there.
All right.
Excuse me. So let's see. You want to just jump right into it?
Wait, hold on. I had a list of things I've been up to. What have you been up to? Tell me what you've been up to.
I have been up to.
Tell everyone about the puppies you suddenly have.
I suddenly have 1 million puppies. We have 2. Well, we had 2 dogs.
Oh wait, we talked about this last time because they were talking about, Dad, we want puppies. We're gonna get puppies. And when I left, I was like, there's no way they're getting puppies. I was wrong.
Yeah, Ryan was way wrong. We had 2 dogs, and my kids somehow talked me into letting them get 2 puppies, 1 puppy each. And then my daughter.
5 puppies up there.
Well, one of them is her boyfriend's, and
Okay.
he's taking when he gets off work.
Oh.
But there was one more puppy left of that litter that he got his puppies from, and my daughter's like, did you want that puppy? And I said, well, I would like her, yes, but I don't want 5 dogs. We don't need 5 dogs. And guess what? I was surprised. I got surprised coming home the other day with, close your eyes. Hey, here's that puppy you said that you wanted, but you didn't want all these dogs in the house.
She didn't hear you all the way. She heard, I like that puppy, and that was all she heard.
I told my wife, I go, you okayed this? And she said, yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, my daughter's like, well, I thought you'd be all excited. I was like, what? Why would I be all excited? I go, she's an adorable looking puppy. She's so sweet. But I'm like,
I'd be like, it's adorable, but they're not free.
So I told my wife after we went to bed
They
that
were
night.
free back in the day when you had like barnyard animals to feed them when they were dead.
So I told my wife when we went to bed, I went, hey, I hope you're looking forward to doing all the heavy lifting on this puppy, because it ain't gonna be me, because I didn't want her. I didn't want the puppy. It's too many puppies.
It'd be like if I was married and my wife had some other guy's baby. I'd be like, going, good luck. And that baby cries. Guess what? I'm not taking care of it. Matter of fact, it might find itself outside on the street.
Oh gosh.
in its baby carriage.
So that's what I've been up to.
Not my kid. Look at you all red-eyed and tired.
Yeah, what have you been up to,
Here's what
sir?
I've been up to. You and your damn VR games.
Aha! Even though I have what we just played VR a while ago was the first VR I've played all week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to play with sometimes. That sports bar game?
Yeah.
Man, that game is so much fun. I beat on the pool.
Yeah.
I finally figured out how to actually do 8-ball, but I beat the 8-ball champion.
Did you really?
Yeah. But it's weird because when you get to like 13, like I think there's 16 guys, and I got like to like 10, and he was kind of tough, and then like 11 should be tougher, but it was like we're playing and he hits the 8-ball in. I'm like going, you lost, man. I'm like going, I thought you'd be better than this. And then like it got to like 14. And he shit the bed because he like knocked the ball in. I'm like going, hold on a second. You guys are just giving this to me. Like, make it challenging. I want the 16 to be like the movie where I make the shot at the end and everyone's all in the sports book.
Is there like a difficulty you're supposed to?
Yeah, as they go up in difficulty.
Oh, okay.
So like AI 16 should have been like not looking and hitting the ball and like knocking in 3 and shit. I'd be going, damn it, or like. Number 16 should have been the one where I have to make every shot count, or if I don't, he's gonna let it. He's just gonna light the table up.
Yeah.
But like it got to like 15, I'm like going, this guy's gonna be a bitch, and he's like, scratch, blah blah. I'm like going, who are you filling in for somebody? You look like number 1. Hold on.
He knocked out the real champion, and now he's portraying.
He's like, I don't know how to play pool. I thought this is darts. But yeah, when we went drinking last Friday. Paul and I played darts on the automatic boards they have,
Mm-hmm.
like where you put the little plastic tips and it scores for you and stuff like that. That little bastard, like he was like on, he was like he did a psych out. Good thing we weren't betting money, but he was like, I think we played best of 3.
Yeah.
And the first time we go up there, he's like, "Oh man, I haven't played this," and I'm like, "Going, oh okay, well this is gonna be kind of fun," because I'm just thinking it's gonna be fun because I haven't played darts in a long time. I kind of know what I'm doing, but not really.
Yeah.
And then he goes, his first throw, bullseye. I'm like going,
Oh.
I'm like going, that was either luck, and then his next one was a 20, and his next one was like a 15. I'm like going, you little shit.
You set me up.
And then we were like, then I won the first game. I don't remember how. It was kind of like that pool game where like he didn't even hit the 8 ball in, but he won. I was like, I don't know how I won. It was weird, the scoring system. But they didn't have the game I wanted to play. I wanted to play, what was it called? Around the World, something like that.
Yeah, I think
Where you
so.
play like 1 to 20.
Yeah.
Man, on that VR game, because you know how you lock the dart before you throw it.
Mhm.
I can get that game 1 to 20 all the way around in one try every shot.
Can you really?
Yeah, and then like of course you have to hit the 50. You have to get the bullseye at the end to win.
Yeah.
But like that one's kind of hard. But I mean like once you have it all lined up, man, it's fun. But the freaking the skee ball is the best thing in that.
Oh, the skee ball is so
The
fun.
funny thing is when you around 5:30 in the morning, because I'll come home and then I'll be like, I'm gonna play a couple games before I go to bed. So like 5:30 in the morning, that's the Asia time double, something like that. So all your stuff costs double. So I'm just getting tickets like crazy. I'm like going, yeah, this is it's like happy hour in Asia.
Oh crap.
That's fun. I think Moss, that one game Moss with the little mouse, that releases I think this month.
Okay, I was gonna ask if it was this month. You gonna get it?
Oh yeah, that game looks just so much fun, and it looks like I just want to I like when I'm playing that game I lean in.
Yeah, you can lean down
look
in there.
around.
Yeah.
Or like the part where you're like the little mouse comes up and she like waves at you, and I'm looking around going, "There's a whole forest behind me I haven't even seen."
Like whoa, man.
It's gorgeous graphics too. The funny thing about the VR game is a lot of the graphics are like first PlayStation, like PlayStation 1 type graphics.
Some of them are. Yeah, it's not
You're
as.
kind of like going, why is it not so good? But I guess it's because they're like seeing what they can do before they,
Yeah, you would think there's gonna be stuff coming down the road that it's gonna be pretty.
Well, like when we were
pretty
playing,
good.
what was that game I was just playing? Your son was
Super
just
Hot?
playing. Yeah, Super Hot. When I was playing Super Hot, I was looking at it going, you could easily just throw skins on it because everybody, it's just red guys are bad. Everything else around you is white.
Yeah.
And anything you can use is black. If you just reskin everything, it would look great.
Mhm.
But I'm not sure how that would cut into like graphics and speed and stuff like that.
Yeah, and how the frames per second, how that would all.
Yeah,
map
let's
out.
see what else I have. I have a mention on YouTube. I did mention this guy. This guy, I don't remember his name. His channel's called Dead Meat. He does horror movie kill counts, right?
Right.
So he did like Aliens, and it's cool because he'll give a synopsis of the movie. Then he'll go through the movie, step by step, kind of explain it as it goes along. And then when someone dies, he puts out who they were, how they died, or they died, and this is how. And then at the end of it, he'll do the count. Like this is how many people died. This is how many men. This is how many females. That's a 2 to 3.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I
It's
wanted
like,
to subscribe to it before I forgot.
Two guys died and one girl died or something like that. So that's a 2-in-1 ratio. So he does a ratio. Then he says that deaths is the running time is like say 106. So that's like 3 people per so whatever. That's a person every 7 minutes or something like that. He'll do like this kind of thing. The thing I don't like is whenever there's like a nerd character or something like that, and he's like going, that nerd died, blah, blah, blah. I'm like going, why are you cracking on nerds? You make a kill count with the ratio men to woman, kills per minute. This is all numbers based.
Yeah, that's all pretty
Everyone knows
stats.
nerds love numbers. It's stats and statistics.
Yeah.
That's why stats and statistics, jocks are nerds when it comes to that stuff. Because they're like going, oh yeah, so-and-so made this many score, that's an average of blah, blah, blah. You're like going, okay, nerd. I don't even know that. I have to get a calculator. And I'm a geek.
Yeah, they're getting their underwear pulled up now.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tables have turned.
But I was like, what's with all the nerd jokes, man? You're a nerd. Unless he's doing it ironically, then that just makes him a hipster, and that makes I'm gonna have to unsubscribe if that's possible. Fucking hipsters. Go drink your coffee and choke on it. Let's see. Topic. Here's a topic. Here's a quick topic for you. Does Star Wars always have to be a space opera?
Yes. No, no, I don't know.
Because usually when you look at them, all the movies have that whole, it's, bigger than big,
No, it doesn't have to be that way, I don't think.
I don't think so either, because I had some ideas. I was like, you could do... Because I'm not calling Rogue One a war movie. It kind of had elements, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, it had a huge big battle at the end and all kinds of like crazy stuff, and of course the fan service at the end, which I still love. But then every time I look at it, and I'm like, going, this makes no sense now. When Vader comes in the hall, that scene is so badass. But if he's that quick to go, why isn't he kicking the shit out of Obi-Wan in A New Hope? See, it makes no sense.
That's
it's
true.
it's fan
that's
service.
true. Yeah.
Now, if you would have done it where like he took a couple hits, I'd be like, going, okay, well he had to get some repairs. Maybe he's still hurt from that. That's why he's dealing with Obi-Wan. But then that doesn't make any sense because pain makes Sith tougher or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just thought it was funny. I had an idea, a war movie in Star Wars, but with on the Imperial side, a squad of stormtroopers.
That would be interesting.
And even for you, because I know you love them so much. You have a part where they hook up with a scout trooper.
Yeah.
So you can get your cool scout armor in
I
there.
can get my scout armor fixed on.
And your speeder bikes. Oh my god, that's a mess. This one was more of a joke for myself to make myself laugh, and it did. Romantic comedy, romance in the Senate, and you have to have like that romantic comedy element where like the girls in the Senate and the guy, or it could be vice versa, and the guys in the Senate, but the guy who likes her is a helper, and then she's trying to push this thing, and this other senator's trying to stop her, but they're dating, so he kind of has the upper hand, and then she stands up for herself, or he stands up for herself, whatever,
So this is a Star Wars romantic comedy?
Star Wars romantic comedy set in the Senate. It would be so bad. But I'm wondering how many women would flock to that going, it's a romantic comedy. I can overlook the aliens.
You probably get a pretty good haul.
That'd be funny. And a heist movie with scoundrels.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be cool. On the Outer Rim, like you got to rob a Hutt's mansion or something like that.
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be fun. I got some plans for you guys with your. I made Troy on his. I held him down and I hit him until he did it. I have his character name for his Wookiee.
What is it?
I don't remember what it is. Oh, it's like it was like Thunder but without the T. So it's like Hun. It's like two U's. So his name's like Hundar or something like that. Hundar.
Oh, okay.
And then your daughter already has a name chosen for her Twi'lek.
Okay.
But I can't remember what it is. But it's Twi'lek-ish because I was like, this is what Twi'lek said how they do their names. Okay. They always have the little apostrophe thing in there somewhere.
Twi'leks.
And then I said how I would do. I always had people who had problems playing Rebels. They don't want to play Rebels. They want to play the Empire. But I'm like, why do you want to be the bad guys? Mm-hmm. But then I was like, how I would do an Imperial game in the Fantasy Flight game thing. I'd let you guys be stormtroopers. And you'd have a battle where you fight the rebels, and then when it's time to pull out and get out of there while you're being chased, it's time to retreat. We've had too many guys fallen. You're running back to your Star Destroyer, your shuttle. Guess whatever. Guess what happens? Empire leaves you behind because the Empire would leave you behind.
That's true. They would.
The rebels would be like, okay, we got you captured, and then like they might try to because so many Imperials became rebels because they saw what was going on. They were like going, okay, I'm on the wrong side here.
Yeah. Like,
that kind of
this
thing.
ain't right.
So that's just how that game would go. And then people going, that's not true. That's not how it has to be. Oh, go back and read your EU books. All that stuff that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist. It's all legends now.
Yeah.
Legends never really happened, apparently. There's no King Arthur. That's a legend. Ow, my leg. That was King Arthur giving you son of a bitch.
Was that your pop? I heard.
I think so.
You're like popping.
Yeah, that was my knee. That was my knee popping out of shape. Okay, let's get to it.
There's a lot of noise coming from upstairs. I don't know if this is picking up or not.
I hope not. Is it moving? Is it really?
Yeah, I can hear it. I can see it moving. Oh, well, let's just go.
Shut up!
And
it got quiet.
Kind of.
Oh, they can't hear me. Too many puppies. They're having too much fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go. Science fiction. Science fiction movies.
All right, let's rattle. Let's roll through these movies.
This is weird because I went through. Did you do anything or just go?
No, I've got. I knew you were doing a big old list, but I've got several honorable mentions. I'm gonna.
Okay, cool. Okay, number one of my favorite movies, Aliens, 1986.
Yeah.
This movie, when I was in high school, 80, 89, 90, I must have watched this movie before the special edition came out with all the extra stuff. 250 something times. I used to go to bed watching that movie.
Okay, was this that movie?
Every single night. Oh, Aliens, yeah. And then when the special edition came out, my friend Travis and I this was back when we were teenage kids. We're like, what? You know, I'm on the phone, he's on the phone. And we're talking while we're watching the movie together. And there was a part in there where like when they're in the thing, they're trying to like figure out what situation they're in. And you know, it's only Vasquez, Hudson, Hicks, Paul Reiser, Burke, and then whoever's left after the initial attack. And then there was like, he's like, well, the bad news is we got three of these flamethrowers. Only one of them's or two of them are functional. I'm not sure about this one because it's messed up or whatever. Yeah. And we got these pulse rifles with only so much like 50 rounds each. So they're short. They're running out. And then he goes, the good news is, and I'm like, they never had any good news. my friend Travis is like going, what good news? And he goes, we got these robot sentries. I'm like going, whoa, what is going on? I was freaking out because then they had like the robot sentries they put in the hallway, and I was like going, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever.
That's such a great scene too, because from what I remember, you don't actually see you just see their counter showing the ammunition going down, right?
Yeah. You only see him firing, so you know you can do some devastation. Those things must have been 20 millimeters.
Probably.
What if they were 50 caliber?
Oh, that would have been. Oh, dang.
There would be no end. There would be an extra hole. There would be an exit at the end of that hallway.
All right, we just exit right there.
We're out. Bye.
Thanks, robot sentries.
They go, yes, sir. They'd nod their head because the barrel's a little nose. Yes, sir. I just remember that part. The ammo counter's going.
You're just like, man, how many friggin' aliens are coming out? Coming
well, I know there was. They said they wanted to show it, but they couldn't show it because they didn't have the money or they didn't have the special effects. But they wanted to show the hallway and how like the alien bodies were just like dripping through the floor because that's how many aliens were in that hallway. They basically there was no floor left after that
because the acid just ate right through.
Oh yeah, that whole hallway was done.
That whole scene too when they're what is it? They're watching their little meter machine. You know, it's going. And they're like, how many feet? This many feet? They're like, they're in the. What's?
It was done in meters.
Yeah, what does he say? He's like, that's in the room, man. Or
he goes 10 meters, 9 meters, 8 meters, and then somebody's talking, and he goes 6 meters. That can't be reading right. That's in the room. He's like, it's right here. You know, it is reading right or whatever. He's like 4. What the hell? Because they should be right there in front of him. And then they look up and Hudson's like, "Oh shit!" Hudson was the audience in that situation. Yeah, but he went down like a boss.
Yeah, he did. Oh, you like that? You want some?
Yeah, that's when he did that. And then every action movie had to throw in that scene. I'm like going, "Shut the."
That always reminds me of
Starship Troopers. You like that? You like that? You want some more? And he kept doing that. And you're like going, "You're not doing it right."
Like, no, it's like, come on.
Because he had a whole spiel.
Oh,
he's like, motherfucker.
And he's just getting drugged down.
Come on and get it, baby. Come on, I ain't got all day. Come on, you bastard. Come on, you too. Oh, you want some of this? Fuck you. That's basically what he did. I had that memorized.
Holy crap, that was awesome.
Fuck you. And he shoots down and he's like, Hicks. And he's reaching for him, but then that one grabs him around the face and pulls him down. The funny thing is in the book, Hicks actually fired down there to try to take Hudson out. So
did he really?
Yeah, to try to save him from him, you know. He probably got killed anyway because he probably didn't get dragged off to be killed because he was probably putting up such a fight. They were like, "Oh, we got to get rid of this guy."
Yeah, they probably just punctured him with their tails.
So, in the Aliens, we had director James Cameron.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn. I've seen him recently. He's not doing too good. I think he's got some kind of brain thing going on.
Like some sort of disorder?
Yeah, something like that.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of sad.
The last thing I saw him in was... oh, dang it. I can't remember the name of it. It was they were all... It was like a nuclear war. Something went on overhead, and they all went down to the bunker.
Oh, man.
Crap. I have it on Blu-ray, but I can't remember the name. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's see. Paul Reiser. Which was funny because when he was in Stranger Things, you're thinking, "Oh, he's gonna be Burke again."
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
And then he was not a bad guy.
He turned out to be an alright guy. It's like,
Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
Jeanette Goldstein. Do you know who that is?
Famous knife scene. Was that Vasquez?
That's Vasquez. Which is funny because she's Jeanette Goldstein. She's Jewish, but I've never seen her play. She was in. Okay, look at she's like a chameleon in a way, because she was in Terminator 2. She was just, I think her name was just Jeanette or something like that.
Who did she play
her name
in
was
Terminator
Jeanette.
2?
Terminator 2, she was John's foster mother or whatever. She's the one who knife what's his face in the head.
That's Vasquez?
Yeah, it was Vasquez.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
She was in Terminator 2. She was Irish. She was the one who's talking to her kids as the water's rising. They're in bed and they're going to sleep, and she's just sitting there telling them a story.
Really?
Yeah, that was her. She's in a lot of movies,
yeah,
man.
she is. Dang, that's freaking crazy. I didn't know that.
What else was she? She was in Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon.
Oh,
2.
she's the one that blows up.
Yeah, the diving board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, they were like. I mean, it does kind of suck because now they would be screaming about it. But like, she played a Mexican character, a Jewish lady playing a Mexican.
Yeah.
They'd be mad.
They would be, but I thought she was.
She did great. I did too.
Latino.
The funny thing is, the scene when she's in the hallway. I think Jeanette Goldstein was sick or something like that, or she couldn't handle tight spaces. I don't remember. But I think her name is Gail Ann Hurd. She was like the producer or something like that. She stepped in and dressed up and got, body painted or whatever like that. Had the bandana on, and she did the part where she's wrestling in the hall and that little air duct, and she's the one who shoots the alien in the head when it bleeds.
Oh, is that her?
It bleeds under her shoe.
Oh,
she's like, oh yeah. She puts her foot up to the goes, shoots it a bunch of times. Love that movie.
That's a great.
And then after that, we won't talk about those.
You don't want to talk about Alien 3, David Fincher?
Alien 3's horrible.
Or Alien Resurrection?
Oh my god! I remember going to see Alien 3, and then Newt's dead, Hicks is dead. You're like going, what was the point of saving these people?
Yeah, it's like, what was the freaking point of all that?
You should have just popped out of your cryo and just strangled Newt in her container. Happened to her anyway, or whatever. Would have been quicker than drowning her too, like she did. Poor little girl. Yeah, she never acted again. The little girl who played Newt.
Did she not?
Yeah, she's a school teacher now.
Really?
I'd be walking up to her every day going,
Say it.
They mostly come out at night, mostly. And she'd go, you're fired. And she'd go, get F. Get out. Okay, let's go for another James Cameron movie. Avatar, 2009. Did you like that movie? I heard a lot of people had problems with it.
Overall, it was a fine movie. I liked it pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the greatest movie, no. I mean,
I like
but
it too.
The action and all that, I thought was good.
I forgot. Oh, man, I almost forgot somebody out of.
Do I think it should have made enough money?
Bill Paxton, rest in peace.
Yeah. Do I think it should have made the amount of money and be the number one highest grossing movie ever? No.
It still is.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
I mean, no, I don't think it was that good to just I didn't get the.
My thing with Avatar is it's over. Best ending possible.
Yeah.
I don't need 3 more.
Except they see several $1 billion more in their future, so they're like, what? Let's pump out 2 more of these.
And it's going to suck because they're bringing back what's his face. You're like, well, and they also bring back Sigourney Weaver. How?
Yeah, how are they going to? Because she died, and he died too.
Oh yeah, he died. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
He got 2 arrows in him that were the size of freaking telephone poles.
Stephen Lang. I don't know how they're going to bring his character back. But that was I didn't understand what I didn't get about that movie is I saw it twice, but
I saw it twice, and then I have the extended version, which is actually pretty good.
Because me and my wife went and saw it, and then I wanted to take my son to go see it. My daughter wasn't interested at all, so we took my son to go see it in 3D.
Don't make fun of me.
So we went and did that. But I didn't get the feverish thing that people had about Pandora. Like they were talking about where people actually were having
they have like depression.
Like withdrawals, like depression, like they come out of the theater and they're like, this isn't Pandora. I should kill myself.
I don't know about that. I could see that because when I left that movie going, man, that place was like. See, the problem is when I look at that place, I'm thinking like, man, I could build a house there, but I'd be in trouble.
I mean, it was the world
tearing up some world
they created was gorgeous and all that, but there's still so many things that could kill you. It's not like it was just a peaceful thing. I personally didn't get that
was a violent planet.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see, we got James Cameron directing, Sam Worthington. His name is Zoe or Zoe? It's Zoe, right?
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, man, I love her, but they always keep I think she's a real pretty girl, but they always keep covering her up with
I
makeup
was going to say, yeah.
CGI.
Yeah, between that and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, she's all painted green in that.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
But in the Star Trek movies, you get her.
Stop painting over pretty girls.
You get her as is.
No, that's true. Let's see what we got. Stephen Lang. I liked the way he was. He was like a Marine. You would probably say.
Yeah.
Who would be in that situation? He did it.
What was that line he says? He's like, "Eat your eyes like jujubes," or as jujubes.
Something like that.
Get him that whole spiel.
What? Jujubes are good.
It's like, wait a minute,
chewy.
They have jujubes in the future.
Um,
Can we ask you the thing they were there to get? Why was it such a weird name, unobtainium?
Oh, the funny thing is that was in another movie. Unobtainium was in the core. The core.
Was it really?
That was the stuff that they made the submarine out of.
Is that a real thing, unobtainium?
I don't think so. I think it's called unobtainium because it's unattainable.
Yeah, it sounds so close to that. You're like, why did you could have just called it?
You could have called it fixed bar.
Space
I
gold.
just made up a word.
Yeah, we're here to mine that space gold.
Could have called it Oxycontin. That was Oxycontin.
Yeah, I've been trying to
It's
snort
cotton
it
made
and
from Oxy. Who else? Michelle Rodriguez. I liked your character in there. And Sigourney Weaver. Who's going to be back with Stephen Lang. Okay. Oh, apparently Stephen Lang tried out for Aliens but didn't make it, and James Cameron wanted to work with him, so that's what he signed him up for in this.
Oh, really?
I think Michael Biehn was supposed to be in Avatar as well.
Really?
Yeah.
As the Stephen Lang character?
No, just a guy.
Oh, that'd have been freaking cool, man.
Let's see. Ooh, I watched. Oh, I forgot to add that to my my thing. What I've been up to. Real quick, what I watched last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Getting cured over my hangover. I watched Joyride. Remember that movie?
The first one?
I watched a lot of road trip movies for some reason. Yeah, Joyride, the one with had Paul Walker.
That
guy was weird, man. But I love the part that spoilers. He doesn't get caught at the end. He's out there again, and they're just sitting there listening to him, going, "We didn't get him."
Did you know who's doing the voice?
Who's doing
of the trucker?
Please tell me.
Oh, it's a.
Is it?
Oh yeah, she's a great big fat girl.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh man.
Yeah, goodbye horses.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Yeah, that was him. He did the trucker voice.
I kind of figured.
He's got that very distinct
I didn't know who
voice.
the guy because you actually see the guy who there's fighting.
Yeah, they just got some random
Yeah,
dude for that.
some big dude.
Yeah, but you're right. That is actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I also watched The Forsaken. Remember that movie? The guy was on a. I gotta get this job. This guy basically he was driving a car across country from California to Florida, and then he picks up that hitchhiker dude who's a vampire hunter, and it's like these vampires in Arizona or New Mexico or whatever.
Remember that. I don't know if I've
really?
seen that. Yeah,
it's actually pretty decent. The guy who plays the lead vampire, like apparently it was these guys who were French guys back in the 1800s, and they were like they fought in a war, and they were all gonna like die. So that like the 8 of them sacrificed the 9th and drank his blood, so they all became vampires. And then like the lead vampire guy, when they tell you the story, I'm like going, that guy does kind of look like he'd be French, but now he's living in America.
it's like, hey, look, guys, hey.
No,
look at Jacques over there.
He doesn't have an accent. He's like full on American.
Let's kill him and drink his blood, eh? Ha ha ha! Like he's over there going, wait, what are you guys talking about over there? You be quiet. Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
Anyway, like I say, everyone grab your straws. I'll pick a little harder than him and we'll drink his blood. Wait, I hear something about blood.
Wee. He's crying because he's a little piggy. But yeah, it was a pretty good movie. There's a part in there where he's like stalking him to his house and he starts going, "Exit night" or something. He's like, "Take my hand, off to Neverland." Then he kind of chuckles to himself. You're like, "Oh, that's creepy." The way he kind of did it. It was kind of fun.
The Forsaken. When did that come out?
Forsaken? I don't know. 2000s. What else did I watch?
I'll have to look it up.
Blade Runner, the new one.
Yeah, 2040.
I'm about to talk about the 82 version.
Yeah. And you made it through all 87 hours of the movie?
It was pretty good. It was pretty long.
Yeah, I think it was all just a little shy of 3 hours, I think.
Yeah, it was long. It was good, though. Excuse me. Yeah, just that one. Anyway, I'll go back into science fiction.
Speaking of Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner 1982.
Yes.
Jesus, I was 10 years old when that movie came out.
so dis-
I heard no talking, so I immediately just didn't say anything because I wanted to go. How quiet can we be?
I'm leaving that pause in there. I'm not taking that out.
That's funny. Director Ridley Scott.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Who did nothing after that movie. I'm kidding. He did a lot of stuff. Harrison Ford, Rutger Hauer. I love that scene at the end when he's got the rain dripping on him.
He's talking, he's telling a story.
The stuff he'd seen.
Yep.
Which is that stuff he actually saw? Was he was a combat one, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So he was out in space. He'd actually seen that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Sean Young, who later became a crazy lady. You know, she tried to be in a. She wanted to be in a. What's the Batman with?
Was she the one who wanted to be Catwoman?
Yeah, and then she came in that.
Okay, that was.
She came
her.
in the outfit going, "Look at me, I'm Catwoman." They're going,
yeah.
You're kind of creepy, but I'll see you in my trailer.
And that's probably what happened. They're like, I don't
maybe
know.
back in the day before
Yeah.
the shoot down. Oh, and Daryl Hannah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Daryl Hannah.
Did you hear about they're doing a remake of Splash?
Are they really?
Yeah, I guess he's going to be the mermaid. I'm sorry, it's a merman.
It's a dude.
They're doing a gender swap.
Oh, is it going to be Chris Hemsworth?
Yes.
Really?
Is that who it is going to be?
Thor?
Is it Chris Hemsworth or is it the other guy who played? Who was the one in? That wasn't Chris Hemsworth. Who was the guy who used to be a stripper?
Chris Hemsworth? No, the guy from Magic Mike or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, what is his name? Channing Tatum.
Yeah,
It's gonna be him.
He's gonna be the merman.
Really?
The merman. Yeah.
So is it? But is it going to be a guy too? Or is it?
No,
Are
it's gonna
they
be a
just
girl.
switching both roles?
They're switching both roles.
Okay, that's weird.
It's
you
going to
don't
be
think of
more like a
mermen.
romantic comedy thing.
Usually it's mermaids. Mermen.
Mermaids.
Mermen's just weird. He's going to be wearing like a little shell.
What was the other
Bras,
over his
too?
little nipples? His little nipples, little tiny shells that you find like on the beach. Daryl.
If I was making the movie, that's what it would be.
I like Daryl Hannah in that movie.
Yeah. Now, do you? Which version of Blade Runner are you talking here? You talking about the one
Oh my god!
Is there like 4 or 5 different versions?
The first time I ever saw it, that's the one I'm going on. I don't know.
And does that one leave the question of what is Decker?
Yeah.
And in 2049, do they answer that question?
Oh yeah, they do.
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, I'm not telling you.
They definitively say whether he
I'm
was a
not
rebel.
telling you anything.
But they do though. They tell you.
You
leave Blade Runner 2049 knowing whether Decker was a replicant or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Speaking of movies that have been shot multiple times, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh yes.
Devil's Tower, baby. We got to be there.
That's pretty. Yeah. First movie.
We have to have a discussion about that because I got myself in trouble when I was drinking.
Uh-oh.
Because Heather was like,
What'd you do?
I'm going on the next road trip. And I'm like, fuck.
What'd you say?
I was drunk, so I was like going, yeah, maybe. But then I'm like going, I don't know how it's going to work out.
Like, yeah, we
I'm like, this is what you need to do. Paul and Nathan need to take their families on road trips somewhere and then come back, save some money, and then just the boys go on road trips.
That's one thing my wife's told me that we
No, I know
the
that.
family
That's
has
why
to go
I'm
on
not.
vacation.
I'm not saying anything until you guys go on a decent vacation that actually is fun.
Which is supposed to be this year, so hopefully, because my daughter graduates high school, so
A road trip is never going to happen again.
we're going to road trip to Tokyo. We're going to go to the Suicide Forest.
85. I want to go.
Close Encounters, but that Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
They probably keep you away from that place now, thanks to some asshole.
Yeah, they might. Close Encounters of the Third Kind is the first 4K Blu-ray I bought.
Really?
Well, actually, it's the only one I have, but I bought it because of the 40th anniversary edition.
Oh man, it came out in 77.
Heck yeah, same year as Star Wars, right?
I was 5 years old.
You 5 years old?
I was a little boy.
You was just a little boy.
Little boy, take a look at my life.
I'm a lot like you.
Playing with my toys. Director, who's this S. Spielberg guy?
Yes, Spielberg.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Yes.
Terry Garr. And Melinda Dillon played the one mom.
Played the doctor. Oh, played the one with the little boy.
Lance Henriksen was in that movie too.
Yeah.
I always like it when you see somebody going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, you see him like at the end, the big space thing at the end, right?
Yeah.
On the Devil's Tower scene.
Bum,
bum,
I love that part when it blows out. Yeah.
And I always remembered it was the...
What's the part with the alien when he does the sign language thing to him? And then he kind of looks up at the stars. He looks all sad.
Well...
And I'm like, come on, little alien. And I hug him and I pat his back.
There's one part of that movie...
I gave you some kind of alien germs. You're going to die.
He's like, you have alien AIDS now. He's like, what?
I didn't even touch him.
My hand is my
bad.
penis. It's like, no!
You were shaking his hand. He's like, oh, okay.
He was just trying to say...
If that's how they do things here.
He's
you
like...
guys, come here. You got to see this. Look what he's doing. He's touching my hand.
He was holding it out because he's like, I have to pee.
He's like,
the guy's like,
it's been a long...
Yes. He's like, whoa.
It's been a long trip. Look, he puts his penis to his forehead. That's because he's saluting.
But that one, when the one comes out and does the sign language or whatever.
Yeah, he goes...
It's... The animatronics on that are so bad. That's the one scene because you can actually see the suit, like, the thing wrinkle up.
Well, that's like the thing
that weird smile. I do love that movie, though. But that part I'm always like, oh.
You better have what I think you should have in this science fiction.
Probably not. Because I'm doing, like, movies that are kind of, like, flew under the radar you may not have seen.
I'm gonna have to add one to this.
No.
Blade Runner, Close Encounters. E.T. came out in 1982. I was a little boy. I was a little boy for a lot of these. Director, this Spielberg guy again.
Yeah, no.
D. Wallace, Peter Coyote. He was Keys.
Yeah, that was the little Keys.
Henry Thomas, Drew Barrymore.
Yep.
C. Thomas Howell. He was one of the kids. That was his first movie.
E.T. was?
E.T. was his first movie, dude.
Pretty good.
Yeah, very good choice. I remember this. Oh my God, this story always makes me laugh. And somewhere out there, one of these days, some girl's gonna hear this and go, "Oh my God, that was me." In elementary school, there used to be this stupid joke. How many letters in the alphabet?
Was it 26, 27?
No, there's 24 because E.T. went home.
Ah!
And I remember trying to make that joke better, so I said,
"Oh no."
I used to draw E.T. a lot at this time because I was like really into E.T. But I made E.T. a little friend, and I didn't understand that E.T. meant extraterrestrial. I just figured they just used letters of the alphabet. So I used B.D. because I was like, it almost sounds like E.T. And I remember I wrote this joke saying there was 22 letters because E.T. and B.D. went home, but I was like, "Oh, that's dumb." I threw it away in the trash. And then we had this talent show thing, and I didn't use that joke, but some girl went up on stage and she used that joke, and nobody laughed. Oh. And I went, "Whew, I missed a bullet there."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh man!" And she kind of looked like that should have been funny, and it wasn't.
Oh.
And I was like, "You and me are both idiots," because we. But I wasn't dumb enough to.
You should have laughed. You should have been the only one laughing.
I should have went,
"Yeah,
that's hilarious," and everyone go, "That kid's crazy."
It's the greatest joke I've ever heard.
That's the greatest joke ever. You just have a crush on her. Okay, I guess so.
You want to go on a date?
Was that 5th grade?
Yeah.
5th or 6th grade? No, 5th grade. Or 4th grade. 5th grade.
4th. No, 3rd. Plus, and E.T.'s what put Reese's Pieces on the map.
Oh, yeah, because they were going to use M&M's, and they were like,
yeah.
"No!"
Yeah, M&M's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to stupid movie."
They go, "That's dumb. We're not going to have aliens eating M&M's. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard."
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just go to these guys who are going to make tons of money. And they did make tons of money.
And now the rest. Now you know the rest of the story.
And the rest is history.
One of the funniest parts in E.T. too is when.
Which part? When he's drunk?
Yeah, no, when he's could you 2 hands? You're like, meh, meh. It's like you're holding a bottle.
A buddy of mine used to do that in the Navy. This guy, Dennis. He used to go to the mess decks and get Kool-Aid. Because none. I mean, I don't know what it was. None of the white kids. This is not. Is this racist? I'm trying to think if it is before I say it. None of the white kids knew how to make Kool-Aid. But all the African American kids can make some sweet Kool-Aid, and it would be sweet. It would be so damn good because they would use the grape kind and they'd use the cherry, the fruit punch kind, or no, it was the cherry. But it was fantastic. But Cookie used to take his cup and he used to hold it and drink it like he was a little kid. It was funny when he did it, and every time he did it, it just made me laugh. I don't know why that was funny.
No, the part on E.T. when at the Halloween scene.
Oh,
he sees the Yoda. He's like, home. Well,
that just tells you that Star Wars is in the Earth in our universe.
It is.
Remember, we're in the Star Wars universe.
What is it? Phantom Menace.
It is.
Shows the little ETs.
Little aliens, little ETs down there.
Yeah, that's right. And it's part of the Galactic Senate.
I don't think those ETs had any powers. Only ET did because he's a Jedi.
E.T. was a Jedi?
Yeah. He could tell use telekinesis.
That's true, he could.
He could make things grow like flowers.
He was a Jedi.
He was a Jedi. He just didn't have a lightsaber. He didn't need one. We never got to see it. It was his finger when it lit up.
Yeah.
He'd go, and Darth Maul would get cut in half. Because Darth Maul always gets cut in half.
So I remember my sister and my aunt talked about how they would bawl at the end of E.T.
Oh, yeah, it was sad. I think I cried, too. I was in the theater.
She's such a baby.
In front of everybody. What movies did I see as a kid? I saw Superman on a drive-in.
Oh, did you really?
I went with a friend of mine and my friend and my friend's mom, and they both fell asleep. And they had a pickup truck, and I'm standing up in the bed behind the window,
the cab,
with my my hands on the top of the cab, just my chin there, just watching it. And I'm like, I loved that whole entire movie. Which is probably why Men of Steel will never be as good to me, because it doesn't resonate with me as well as Christopher Reeve does. And seeing that as a little kid, because that was magical.
Yeah, that's understandable.
What's that one part? When he walks out and he's dressed up, and that pimp looks over and he goes, "Hey man, that's some cool duds." he's like, "Excuse me," and he takes off. He goes, "Woo!" He sees him take off.
I forgot about that part.
Oh man, that's funny.
Crap.
After E.T., what part of that? Who was it? Erica Leniak? She was in Baywatch. The blonde girl with the crazy eyebrows. She kind of has crazy eyebrows.
Really?
But she was the girl that Elliot stepped on the one kid to get
to kiss?
To kiss.
That
Yeah.
was her?
Yeah, that was her.
Really?
Yeah. I think she almost stepped on a frog. If you look at that scene, like, I'm not sure how they did
She killed the frog.
live action. Oh, there's a scene in Friday the 13th in one of those where there's a snake. And it's not an animatronic snake they had chop up with a machete. That's a real snake.
Was it really?
Yeah. You're going, they killed a real animal. I want to see the end credits now.
No
animal was harmed except for that snake.
Except for that snake.
We cut that fucker up and ate him. That was a big snake. Okay. After E.T. I Come in Peace, which is in other areas was called Dark Angel.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say the line.
Oh, the line? I come in peace. Then you go in pieces, asshole. That was the end of the movie. I just spoiled it.
Spoilers.
Director was Craig R. Bexley. Hey, Craig, you need to make some more movies like that.
I don't know who that
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Brian Ben. He was a little FBI dude. And Betsy Brantley. She was the girl who ran around with him, if you remember that part. And then Matthias Hughes was the big, tall, main bad guy.
Matthias Hughes.
He's very familiar in a lot lot of B movie and B movie bad
familiar.
guys. Yeah, as an actor. Yeah.
I've only seen that one time. I Come in Peace. I don't remember a whole lot.
I saw that movie in the theater, and my friend Travis and I had laughed our asses off. The one part when they're driving and the police car pulls up alongside him, he's like, "You in the police vehicle? Pull over!" And he goes, "Dude!" He doesn't even look. He just like side glance shoots the CD thing into the guy's neck, and he goes. And then he hits the bridge and blows up. And then as he's driving off, he kind of looks in the rearview mirror and smiles like, "I got him." We were like, that was a great reaction. All right, there we go. Multipass.
I went to the theater to see this one.
Yeah, I saw it too. In the theater.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to that, and my friend Matt was like, "Man, I heard this movie's supposed to be as good as Star Wars." Which is high praise to me. And I went and came out and I was like going, I actually hated that movie for a while because I was like, it's nowhere near Star Wars. And then after a while I was like going, yeah, this movie's still good.
Yeah, it is.
Fifth Element.
Except for one character.
Oh, you don't like Rudy Rod.
Man, it was like Chris Tucker. It's just his voice or something just so freaking annoying, man. Oh my gosh.
That was almost as high pitched.
Now my throat hurts.
That's what you get for trying to imitate Chris Tucker.
Oh my gosh.
That was director Luc Besson.
Luc Besson.
I can't say
his newer movie that was just out, Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets.
I don't know.
That I started to watch. I'm about halfway through it. It's very visually pleasing.
Yeah, and then you went, nope, I'm not. Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman.
Yes.
Chris Tucker. Ian Holm before he went back to the Shire.
Yep.
And Mia Jovovich.
That was like her first big role, right?
I think it was. No, she was in other movies too. She was also in Dazed and Confused.
Multipass. Oh, that's right. She was.
She was the girl who hung out with the stoner.
This is like her. This is, I guess you could say this is like her.
This would be her big one. Wasn't she was in Resident Evil though?
Yeah, I think this might have been before though, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I think this was 97. Resident Evil was 2000.
This is 1990. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 97.
Yeah, I think Resident Evil was 2000 maybe. 99, 2000, 2001.
Yeah, it was after that. But yeah, that was like one of her bigger roles. She had to go through that whole thing where she had that crazy language and she's trying to...
Yeah.
Man,
that's what I'm trying to remember some of the words from it.
I don't remember. I just remember Big Bada Boom.
Yeah. Big boom, big bada boom. He's like, yeah, big bada boom.
That movie's pretty good. It's really weird though.
I didn't understand. You know, part I didn't understand is when they had those space cruisers and they had that thing out in space was growing, and they're like, let's shoot missiles at it. So they shoot missiles at it and it keeps growing, and then you see the commander of that ship as the expansion gets bigger.
Yeah.
He like starts bleeding.
Yeah.
And Gary Oldman's character too. He starts bleeding on top of it. I never understood why.
I thought that blood wasn't blood. It was like chocolate sauce.
It probably was just chocolate, but I don't know if it was it supposed to be blood or was it?
I think it was supposed to be some kind of like evil, basically, that was just
seeping onto him.
Yeah, seeping. Yeah,
you know what the guy on the spaceship.
I don't
know the guy on the spaceship. Maybe he wasn't bleeding from his forehead. I know the Gary Oldman character had something dripping down.
Yeah,
and I didn't know what that was supposed to be.
I just thought it was liquid evil.
Liquid evil. And I will have to say to this about Fifth Element. The aliens look. The big aliens, they look kind of weird. They look like they
were like space orcs to me.
Well, they look like from the Super Mario Brothers movie. With those tiny big heads, big bodies with tiny heads.
What are those Oompa Loompas?
Yeah, Oompa Loompa. But as Fifth Element, yeah, it's visually a good movie.
Okay, here we go. Dun 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 dun. Flash. Dun, dun. He saved every one of us. Flash Gordon. I saw that in the theater.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was he quarterback for the New York
Jets? My dad took me to see that because I remember that was probably my first boner.
Oh, the evil lady.
When I saw, the princess. Oh my God, that woman was gorgeous. I looked her up recently.
Did you really?
She's all right. She's just an old lady.
You're like, she's all right. She's an old lady now, though.
Yeah, but I mean, oh man, I wish I was
20 years older.
But I think she's in her 50s now. No? She's probably maybe in her early 60s because she was like maybe 18 or 19 when she did that movie.
Oh.
Oh boy. So Flash Gordon.
When did that come out?
1980.
Oh, the year I was born.
That came out with Empire Strikes Back came out.
Yep.
Director Mike Hodges, Sam J. Jones.
Is that Flash?
Yeah, it's Flash. Melody Anderson. That's the one who played Dale. Ornella Muti. That's the princess. I think she's Russian. That was French.
Yeah, I was going to say that's.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me do that. Let me do that over. She's Russian. Da.
Yeah, there you go. Da. Das
Vidanya. Vodka.
I will break you.
What's the another word?
Stravoyage. I don't know.
Stravoyage. What's that from?
I don't know.
I was about to go Una Granada, but that was that was Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Max von Sydow.
Yep.
And Topol. He was the guy who played the scientist.
I keep telling you, dude. Flash.
He was also the guy who was also in a famous musical. If I were a rich man. He's the one who played the fiddler.
Oh, was he really?
No, he wasn't the fiddler. He was the father.
Oh.
The fiddler was some other guy who probably knew how to fiddle.
I keep telling you about Flash Gordon, though. Watch Ted.
I'm not watching Ted. Timothy Dalton was in this movie, too. And this movie actually probably led to him getting...
What did he play in the Flash? I don't remember him.
He was the prince. The one who lived in the swamp.
I don't remember that.
He had the little mustache.
Yeah, I don't remember that part for some reason. He always has a little mustache.
Man, Brian Blessed, or Blessed, I'm not sure how you say his name, but he was the one who played Hawkman Jive! That's great. I love that music, though. We talked about the music before.
Yeah.
I love that part, because that's just like, man, if somebody played that music, I'd be like, charge, let's go.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. I'd be like, I'm not going to fight that guy. Look at the size of him. I'm not going to fight that guy. Ding, 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 I'd go, this fucker's dead.
Like, do it, man. Come on.
I'd go dive, and I would run out there, and they go, "You're not diving." Well, I'm gonna die probably.
Yeah.
But at least I'm going out to that music. Okay. Jurassic Park, 1993.
Well, yeah, I remember going to the theater seeing that.
Did you? I saw this. I saw it in the theater, and then I took my friend Andy to go see this movie, and this made me laugh my ass off because I only know a few people who like react to movies, like they'll sit there and watch it, or whatever, like that. But the part where he throws the flare, and the T-Rex goes kind of after it. Excuse me. And then
talking about where Ian's running away with the flare. Oh no, Dr. Grant. Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Grant does that.
He does
and then what's his name? Was it Ian?
Ian was
Yeah. He arms it and he goes, Ian, freeze! And he goes, when he pops that flare, and when the T-Rex looks directly at the camera and roars, my friend Andy like had his hands on the armrest of the chairs. He pushed himself back. He was like, Jesus Christ! it was hilarious. Just his reaction was like that, like it terrified him.
Oh dang!
I saw The Mask with him too.
Do you really?
Yeah, we saw The Mask together, and then like, ooh man, when Cameron Diaz first walked into that bank, first time I fell in love with her, I was like, who is this woman? That was her first movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, she was beautiful. And then she was like, I'm like the boys, fart, making all kinds of stuff. Like, what's wrong with you? Don't do that.
That's not attractive.
Guys don't really want that. They want you to hang out, but they don't want you to be farty. Because you can probably out-fart us.
Yeah. Jurassic Park, though. I think I just...
The Spielberg guy again.
Yeah, why his name keeps popping up. I don't know what the deal is.
Sam Neill, Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Did you see they have, what are those little figures? The little figures with the black eyes?
Oh, Migos? Is that Migos?
No, that's not Migos. Migos?
No,
they're
Migos,
like
what the heck?
Pop culture, whatever.
Dang, why did I say Migos? That's like from like the 70s or 80s, weren't they?
Amigos. Or three amigos.
Hey, no,
they're like pop stars things.
Are they just called Pops?
I think so. I've only got one, and it's the Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get a bunch of them before. I was like, well, no, if I start getting these, I'm going to have to get the whole collection. I know how I get. But, like, they have one of him now where he's laying. Remember how he's laying sideways with his shirt open? They got that as one of those.
Oh, dang. Well, he has the greatest line in that movie, I think.
Which line?
When they're talking about the rides going on, he goes like, when they opened Disney, they had whatever. He goes, yeah, but when the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates didn't eat the tourists. The pirates don't eat the tourists.
I remember that.
Freaking a great line, man.
Richard Attenborough. Guess who else is in this movie? Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, that's right.
And he'd go, I'm tired of these motherfucking dinosaurs in this motherfucking park.
It also has Newman from Seinfeld.
Yeah, my favorite part with him is the part where he's trying to talk to that dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. He's like, good. He's like, what does he say? Good.
He's like, good boy. Good stick. Stick, stupid.
Stick, yeah, stick, stupid. Get the stick.
I like that part.
And that one somehow got in the...
Yeah, because they have lockpicking abilities. Yeah. Did you know that?
Got in there on the other side, which he didn't... Oh, I would say he didn't notice, but he had that stuff shot in his eyes.
Yeah. That's still weird. Maybe it snuck in before he got in there.
Must have. Yeah, because I think that's right. Because when he went to go get in, yeah, he had the door open and he got sprayed in the eyes and he bashed his head up against the truck and he fell down.
And that's when the can got out. And he had to crawl back up there. By that time, the dinosaur was like, "No, I'm going to go in there. It's probably cozy." Oh,
he's
wait,
like,
"I'm going
to sneak in.
This is my space. This is my Jeep now." Let's see.
Yeah,
that was Jurassic Park. The Time Machine, 2002.
Saw that.
I liked that. Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I think I took a date to see that. 2002.
Oh no! Hold on.
Yeah, I wasn't married yet.
This is my point where I have to get the married guy in trouble. Tell me about this date.
I think I did. I can't remember.
Take that, Rachel.
No.
I'm kidding.
You hush your mouth.
You hush your mouth.
No, wait. Yeah, I was married. I got married in 2003.
You took a date while you were dating?
Wow. Well, I was just dating my wife. I wasn't married to her at the time. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, man.
I'm just joking. I
didn't even get in trouble on that one. You did it yourself.
Ryan's face was like, oh, no, you freaking didn't. No, I didn't.
I wish that was on camera. Damn! That was beautiful.
I know my wife listens to this. No, I was just kidding. This was
kidding.
This was 2002. I had not met my wife yet. To set the record straight.
Okay, here we go. Director, I'm trying to get you in trouble now. Director Simon Wells. Had Guy Pearce. I like that guy. Samantha Mumba. She was the Eloy. Is that what they were called?
Oh,
she was
yeah. I can't remember what they were called.
Orlando Jones was the.
Oh yeah.
The VC.
Like in the future part.
The VC. He was the.
He was the Viet Cong.
He was the Viet Cong.
Diddy Mao. Diddy Mao.
Oh man. What did he know?
I don't even know that. Man. I just know Bart Simpson says that on The Simpsons once. He has Principal Skinner.
I think I heard that in Platoon before.
Yeah, he has Principal Skinner tied up in this duffel bag, so it's just his head sticking out. And he keeps asking Bart something. So Bart has like this long ruler. He keeps hitting him, going, "Diddy Mao, Diddy Mao."
What does that mean?
Because Skinner was, I guess That's Skinner weird. Fought in Vietnam.
Okay, and then Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, he played the bad guy, didn't he?
Yeah. They used it in the original Time Machine, but I like how the part where they show the women's fashions, when they show the mannequin, and then the time is going, and everything's going, people are zipping by, but you can't seem to see them, but everything's moving. And the special effects in that are great. But the part where it shows the dresses, and he's coming from a time where they wouldn't even show their ankles.
Yeah.
And then that dress slowly starts creeping up until it's up to miniskirt level, and then past miniskirt level. You're like, whoa. But to him, he must have been going, that's way too much later.
It's like, whoa.
Whoa, what kind of pretty place am I going to?
Where am I heading
I can see your knees. Oh, God.
What I say? What's going on here?
But I don't have this on here, but I don't know if you have this in your thing. But The Thing, that's a science fiction.
Oh, no, I did, because I thought you had it on your list.
No,
John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I left you a list of all the stuff that I was going, you'll like these, and I left you that big long list to work on.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that. Oh, I thought those were on this list.
Oh no.
I thought that's what you meant. Oh, okay.
No. Never mind.
Oh no.
Maybe we'll do it again sometime.
What happened?
I think we talked about The Thing before though.
We did. We actually on a couple occasions have really.
I think in the horror.
Yeah.
Horror.
We went into pretty good depth on it.
And then we have a movie I wish I saw in the theaters when I was a little kid, but I had the toys. Tron, 1982.
Oh yeah.
I had two of those light cycles. I had a red one and a yellow one.
Did you really?
And then the zip ties. Remember, you could whip them like that, and they would go. You set them down, and they go. They would just take off. And you're going, oh man, try to get them side by side. It was fun. But those action figures sucked.
when we were gonna go, the day we were gonna go see Tron Legacy, I got up that morning.
Did we go see that together?
Yeah, we did. Got up that morning and I was like, what? I had never seen all of the original Tron.
Oh, really?
So I started watching it, and my son come in there and he watched most of it with me. He was.
Oh yeah, it's like spellbound.
Yeah, he got captivated by it.
Yeah, it's great though.
And then Tron Legacy was an okay movie. The music was great. Visually, it was a nice movie.
Visually, it's fantastic. I liked Olivia. What's her name?
Olivia Munn.
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Munn. Yeah, Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah.
I liked her character. But I read a thing where the reason she cut her hair like that is because she was trying to make her so you knew she was female, but she could be boy or girl because she was one of the IOs or whatever you call them. I think that's what they were called.
Yeah.
But then she also was trying to do Joan of Arc, because she was the one remaining. Of the IOs or whatever they were called, those little programs that they created themselves basically.
Okay.
Is that how that worked? They were some kind of weird,
something that just formed.
Yeah, it was by itself.
Yeah.
But I like her. I liked her thing where they were having this deep conversation and she just kind of giggled she thought there was a joke in there, and I think she was just trying to react, but she didn't know what she was reacting to. So she was kind of naive at that part. But the other part where she was like, do you know Jules Verne? And he goes, yeah. And she's like, what's he like? He's like, it's like, what?
See,
I liked her character.
Well, like you just said right there, it was supposed to be like a boy or girl. She was maybe not quite, didn't have a gender, and then he falls in love with her, and then he brings her back to the real world at the end. Spoilers.
And you still don't know.
Well, no. What if she just didn't have nothing? She's like a Barbie doll.
Like a Ken doll.
They finally get intimate. He's like, yeah, and then
he's like, what the hell?
What's going on?
He goes, I can charge my phone down there, but she's got a port. He's like, well, okay.
It's like, all right, well, my cell phone needs to be charged.
He's like, she goes, I never have to plug in my cell phone because it's always plugged in. I like that. Man, that part though when she's spoilers again when they make it out and they're driving on the motorcycle and because she talks earlier about she wants to see a son.
Yeah.
And she sees the son, but her acting You could think. Oh, I just thought of my other movie I watched over the weekend. You would actually believe that was her very first sunrise. The way it was like hitting her, and she just kind of closed her eyes because she could feel the feel the heat. And I was like, "That's cool, man. The sun,
yeah,
that was awesome." I want to go into a program and bring back an Olivia Wilde. So lonely.
About
but
20 years.
What do we got? No, the other movie I watched over the weekend. Have you ever seen this movie before? I've asked you before. Jennifer's Body.
No, I haven't watched it. It never.
It doesn't seem like. You ever watch what was the one with the werewolf sisters?
Oh, Ginger Snaps.
Ginger Snaps. It's kind of like that, but different. That movie was very artsy, though. I think Ginger Snaps was.
Ginger Snaps, yeah.
It was kind of for teenagers, though, but it was very.
I've tried to watch Ginger Snaps. I just couldn't get into it.
Megan Fox, I think for what she was doing in that movie, she's doing a pretty good job. But like, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I think that movie's really good. Like every now and then I'll put it in the going, yeah, I like this movie. It's pretty good. And it's not like obviously she's hot. There's a scene in there though where she's like, it kind of makes me feel bad for her because she's in high school. And so she's doing that thing like where I guess all girls must have done this at one point, but she's got to put on makeup and she's just kind of crying like she has to put on her face before she goes to school.
Oh yeah.
To be what they think of her to be. And you're like, well, that's kind of sad. But I think we all do that. Like we all dress a certain way because this is what my friends expect of me. If I went to school wearing suspenders and like, a button-up shirt and like, a leather vest or something, like going, what the fuck? And I go, I have no idea because I just made that up as I was just talking. I don't know what the hell I was wearing. But I mean, they don't. I would have to wear a Guns N' Roses or metal shirt at that time, torn up jeans, and my blue jean jacket with the sleeves cut off because that's what I had back then. It was awesome.
Oh.
Okay, that was Tron. Yeah. Oh, Tron Legacy. Duh.
Oh, you did have that on there.
Yeah, I did have it on.
Oh, okay.
2010, Joseph Kosinski.
As the director?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to name the people off on Tron. I may be matching you and being sleepy. Jeff Bridges, Bruce Boxleitner, David Warner.
Bruce Boxleitner, that's Tron, right?
That was Tron, yeah. And then Cindy Morgan. They were trying to bring her back for Tron Legacy, and the fans were like going, bring back whatever her name was. I don't remember her name. But they had a thing where they were like, bring back so-and-so. They wanted her back. But then I don't think she was even in the movie.
I don't remember seeing her.
Okay. That was Steven Lisberger who did Tron. Tron Legacy was Joseph Kosinski with Jeff Bridges, Garrett Hedlund.
Jeff Bridges,
was that his son?
The CG for his younger face was not that good.
They used... I thought they used stuff out of the original Tron for that. They used the ones from... what was that movie he was in? Oh, man, I can't think of it.
Oh, the space movie?
No, not a space movie.
Oh, the one who played Alien? Like, it was...
Oh, Starman? No,
yeah,
that's
that one.
Oh, man, how do I not have that son? That's a good movie, too. One of my favorite lines out of Starman is when she takes a break and he drives because he figures it out. But he's figuring it out from watching her. So he's driving, and as it's green, it goes to yellow, and he's far from it. He's not even close. He starts hitting the gas real fast and just going, and she's like, what are you doing? The light turns red, and the cars start going, and they weave in between it, and she's like, are you crazy? You could have got us killed. He goes, I learned from watching you. He's like, stop. He goes, like, red means stop, green means go, yellows go faster. So he figured it out from her, and I was like, she was like shaking her head like, well, I guess that's right.
Well, I can't get mad at you for that.
I can't get mad. Olivia Wilde, Bruce Boxleitner was in that again. Cillian Murphy was in there. He was the son of David Warner's character from the original Tron.
Oh, that's right, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
And then music by
Daft
Punk, which is
badass.
That's
a great soundtrack, man. That's probably the best thing in that movie.
I got it. I got that soundtrack for sure. And then I got, after hearing Daft Punk and Pharrell do that song, Get Lucky. Have you heard that song?
I don't think I have.
It's pretty good. It's pretty like funky, like funk
French
dance
guys,
kind of stuff. I think so, yeah. But they had I got their CD, the one with that has that Pharrell song on there. Nice. Let's see, TV. Unless you have some other movies.
Well, yeah. Let me real quick. I wanted to mention it real quick. Go
for it.
Some like lesser known sci-fi movies. Have you ever heard or have you ever seen the movie Primer?
Primer. It sounds familiar, but I've never seen it.
Uh,
I don't know.
I'll just give you the synopsis real quick. It's the movie's about intellectual engineers Aaron and Abe build and sell error checking technology with the help of their friends Robert and Philip. But when Aaron and Abe accidentally invent what they think is a time machine, Abe builds a version capable of transporting a human and puts the device to the test. As the two friends obsess over their creation, they discover the dark consequences of their actions. Basically, it's a very...
That was on Netflix for a while.
Yeah.
I missed it, unless it's still on there.
It's a very, like, artsy movie.
Wasn't it like low budget?
Yeah, very low budget, very thinky movie. And the concept was pretty cool because the time machine that they end up creating, you can only go back in time to when the time machine was created.
Okay, so you couldn't go back to like the 60s?
No, you can only go back to the date it was created. So you can go 20 years in the future, like live for 20 years, but then you can only go back the 20 years to when that was made.
Okay.
But yeah, the way it starts, I forgot what it is. They try to go about a thing about making money somehow through that. And it ends up kind of screwing stuff up because when you go back in time, you still have yourself at that time there as well.
Okay.
So it's kind of messes around. So that's a really good movie. I also wanted to mention it's a Spanish movie called Time Crimes.
I don't think I've seen that.
And it's another time travel movie.
What about Time Cop? Jean-Claude.
Good old Time Cop. Hang on, let me see.
What was that part in that movie at the end when the two buddies can't?
Oh yeah, they
in the
like
same space, and he pushes those two buddies together, and they turn into some mass, a big blob, a big CG blob, a horrible CG blob because it does not look good.
This one real quick. It is a Nacho Vigalando's time traveler thriller. Opens with Hector spying on a beautiful woman undressing in the woods near his property. Investigating, he finds her assaulted, and he in turn is attacked by a man whose head is swathed in bandages. Fleeing, Hector encounters a scientific facility where a scientist persuades him to hide in a time machine. Traveling back in time just a few hours, he observes himself. It ends up getting like this big loop.
Weird.
So you find out like, well, wait, he's that guy. So it's like you start thinking like, well, when was the first time he went to the time machine? Because then you're like, well, wait a minute. If that was him, then what caused the first him to go to the time machine? It's another one of those movies you're like, oh, what the freak is going on?
There was a movie I saw before Groundhog Day came out that had that whole premise where you did the day and then you died and then you popped back up again, and it happened long before Groundhog Day. But it was more of like a murder mystery kind of movie.
No,
but I can't remember what it was called. Speaking of Groundhog Day, what happened with the groundhog? Did he see a shadow or not?
Oh, this Pat. When was it?
Groundhog's Day was today, Friday? It's today.
Oh, it is? I don't know.
Well, I don't understand Groundhog's Day. Okay, we're human beings. No
Indeed.
stupid little groundhog is going to tell me what day it is. I'm shutting that. You know what? You let him out. You let him see it's completely dark. No lights. Of course, you got cameras and shit. You got to have lights on. Of course he's going to see a shadow.
Yeah.
I got this beat. It makes no sense.
I don't know.
I'd let him out, but he'd be in a box. You wouldn't be able to see anything.
Do they just draw it out of a hat to say like, yes, this year he sees a shadow?
They must.
Because they all have this thing where it's like he has.
Now that's the proclamation.
Yeah.
They go, Poxitoni Phil.
Yeah,
we're going to kill and eat after this.
That's right. Which they do every year.
There's no way that thing lives 75 years.
No. All right, one other movie I wanted to mention. I watched this on. Did I watch it on Netflix? It's called Coherence. It was from 2013.
Man,
I should have gave the date.
At?
These are ones sometimes I'll get bored and I'll go on Google and I'll Google like genre movies that like have been under the radar that you haven't seen but you should.
Okay.
And I'll look those up and I'll try to watch them. This one's called Coherence and it's from 2013.
I did that with Chris Stuckman.
Mm-hmm.
He did his like 19. This is his 19. I'm sorry, 1917. Jesus. Speaking of time travel, I was on the Titanic. He was talking about the horror movies that came out in 2017, but ones like he had his recommendations,
mm-hmm.
his honorable mentions, and a lot of them were like Train to Busan.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Stuff like that. I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list on Netflix.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Okay.
But real quick, Coherence is about 8 friends at a dinner party experience a troubling chain of events due to the malevolent influence of a passing comet. And I don't want to say too much, but I highly recommend this one. And it's a movie where you're going into it, and it deals with multiple universes. We'll just say that.
Oh, okay.
So the comet passing by kind of screws with like the space-time continuum.
Yeah, does it kind of make multiple Earths?
Yeah,
on top of
and so when you leave your house, you don't know which other,
excuse me, sorry,
I guess, reality you're going into.
Yeah.
And so they'll have people. They're like, okay, hey, well, I'll put this in a box. I'm gonna write a square. You write it. They'll all pick something to write down. You pick a shape to write down. So they do that, and they'll put it up, and they'll come back. So they'll leave. And then some people will come back and they'll say their shape, and they're like, well, no, that's not the shape. So it's like different realities are keep passing through. So it's different time. It was a really good movie.
What's that called? Coherence.
Coherence, yeah.
What about Night of the Comet? Is that a science fiction movie?
Yeah, I'd say so. That was a good movie too.
Really?
I enjoyed it for the 80s hokiness.
Yeah, for the 80s. Yeah. A lot of those movies are 80s hokiness. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
But oh yeah, we can go and hit the TV shows.
I only have 2 TV shows. Guess what they are? Old Yeller. No, I'm kidding. That's a science fiction. Old Yeller was a robot. Yeah, X-Files.
No X-Files. I have yet to watch the new season.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna.
I thought last season's was pretty good.
I may skip them. I don't know.
I'll
have
watch
to wait.
it. I'll wait till it's probably done, and then I'll catch up with them.
Yeah.
But the first 9 seasons.
That's one of the things we met through. Remember? Because we talked about the X-Files before, and I was like, I'm gonna let him borrow. Yeah. And I used to let you borrow them, and I'd be like, watch this episode. Yeah. And you would never say whether you saw it or not. You would just say, go home.
Yeah, because I had seen when we met, I had seen most of them. Yeah. Most of the episodes, and then you let me borrow it, and I would get to rewatch it, and then. Probably 2009.
She said, "I've already seen it, dummy," and I'd be like, "Well, fine."
About 2009, I saw.
I turned it on, and I go, "That dude threatened me," and then you'd be gone.
I'd be out of there.
Just like that one kid who tried to threaten me.
Which kid?
That you say every now and then. There's somebody. No, who was that? It was some guy who worked there who was trying to tell me how to do my job, and I told Don, and that guy was gone in 2 days.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
FaceTime.
But X-Files is good though. It's probably one of my favorite shows ever.
X-Files. What's the one that was kind of off X-Files that you liked with Lance Henriksen?
Oh,
Millennium.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, there was only 3 seasons of that. That was pretty good though. And then they had a crossover with the X-Files.
Yeah, they did have a crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a Christmas episode too that they crossed over.
They tried to do the Lone Gunman.
Yeah, they got one season of that, and that was it. I liked their episodes when they were on X-Files.
I liked the episode. I liked their last episode, the one where you didn't know. Spoilers for the what are they called again? The Lone Gunman. Yeah, they died at the end of one of those things. The end of one of those the shows on X-Files, like in the later seasons when Mulder came back.
They did.
Yeah, there was a part in there where they were at some convention, and then they had to
Oh, that's right.
They had to lock themselves into this. They had to lock themselves into this hallway with this guy who had some kind of virus bomb or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
And they all 3 basically stayed in there with that guy, and they all died.
Yeah.
You're like, oh that's sad. But then they came back with the lone gunman because Fox actually basically buried other bodies in there, or buried empty graves, empty coffins. And then they went off and did their own thing under,
different identities.
Yeah, underground or whatever.
So they didn't die.
They didn't die. They slipped away, got away from the government with.
Good on them.
Then their show was over.
Then nobody watched their show, and then they were really dead.
And my last TV show.
What would that be, sir?
It would have lasted longer if it wasn't for the network they were on.
They did get a movie out of it, though.
Fucking Fox. Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly.
That was. I remember. I used to go on this forum board and everybody's talking Firefly, doing quotes, blah blah blah. I'm like, what are they talking about? Yeah. I don't know what it is. And then one of my friends off that forum board, she was like, oh my god, you haven't seen it? You got to see it. And I go, is it going to be one of the things I see Garden State and go, that movie sucked. because stupid Zach Braff is on there. I hate that fucking kid.
Zach Braff's the best.
He's a dumbass. And then then I was so I was like, okay, I'll find. I actually just bought that's how I actually got Invader Zim from her.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, she was like, I love Gur, and I was like, what the hell's Gur?
2 things she's turned you on to.
Man, I like Gur was awesome.
Heck yeah.
And being the peas. I'm kidding. That was fun.
But you're the one that got me and my wife into Firefly.
I got a lot of people into Firefly.
Heck yeah, man.
I got my friend Chance and his wife into Firefly.
Firefly and then Serenity.
But it's like Firefly was like, it was just so good, and a lot of it made a lot of sense.
Well,
it was basically a western in space. It's like Stagecoach in space.
The way the heroes acted too, like the Nathan Fillion's character. What was his character's name?
Oh,
Mal. Was it the first episode when he had those bounty hunters after him, and that one guy's like, "Wherever you go out," and he just kicks him into the.
He's like, all right.
He just kicks, and you're like, I remember watching it, going, "Holy crap, it was freaking awesome!" Because usually they didn't do that crap.
Yeah, no good guy does that.
No, he just kicks him into the jet engine.
I don't like anti-heroes, but Mal's more of an anti-hero where he leans to the side of good. They got to make the money somehow. That's understandable. I get that.
Yeah.
But not at the expense of being complete assholes.
Yeah. And that guy was a complete a-hole who was going to track him down. He was just nothing but a horrible murderer and a-hole. And he's like
you're gonna. Who was that guy?
He's an actor I've seen before. I can't remember.
I could have sworn he was the guy who played Zangief in.
I think it was. I think it's because he plays Zangief in Leatherface.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was him. Andrew.
He was also in Hudson Hawk.
Something Bernarski.
Have you ever seen Hudson Hawk?
Not all of it. I've seen bits and pieces of it.
It's not a very good movie, but it's got so many plot holes. But his character, his name was Butterfinger. They based themselves. Their spy group was based on like candy bars.
Oh,
it was funny.
But yeah, just that part when he kicks him into the like that engine.
Oh yeah.
And he just goes to the next guy's like. He basically says the exact same.
He starts to say it, and he goes, I got it. Best thing for everybody. Like he knew immediately. And you know something bad probably happened to that dude later on because who the guy who he had to go back to?
Who do you have to go back? I don't remember.
That guy, he was some kind of Russian. He sounded Russian when he talked, but then he was like a torturer.
Oh.
He was the one who tortured Wash and Mal, and they had him hanging up there.
Oh, okay.
That one part was awesome because he was shocking or torturing Wash, and you could see like Wash was just you could see the life leaving him.
Right.
And then Mal was like, Wash, you know I'm doing your wife, and he just kind of like snapped it like, what? Like, and he was like, oh yeah, me and your wife, because he was trying to get him angry to keep him there. That was cool. And then she showed up, and he was gonna try to make her, oh, which one would you like? And she's like, him. She just pointed right to her husband, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna ask me which one I'd like. He goes, you gave me too much. Then let me give you a little bit more. And they gave his ear. They gave Mal's ear to them, and she had to like wrap it up.
Oh.
And they were like, "Is that what I think it is?" And they thought he was in trouble.
That was a really good show.
That was a good episode too.
I hope they don't. Because I think it was rumors that they may reboot that series.
Yeah, but I don't think you could bring it back now.
Nah.
You'd have to. I'm not sure you could bring back everybody either.
Well, it's just like
everybody's doing their own thing.
Because if they tried to bring back the original cast because of the movie Serenity, spoilers, 2 characters are dead.
Yeah, you can't bring back.
I think the actor in real life is dead who played.
Oh yeah, he is the guy who played Book.
Yeah, but even the guy who played was it Wash? Was that his name?
He's fine. Alan Tudyk, he's the one who played.
No, but his character.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Unless they come back with some weird thing like, well, no, they use some.
He was a clone. He was a clone.
Yeah, it was a clone. His real guy was down below.
No, you can't do that. No, that'd be like bringing back. They want to bring back Friends, and I get it. It'd be cool, but it would be like a one-off. You're like going, no, this is bad.
Well, it's like you've always said. It's like there's original stuff out there waiting to be made.
Yeah, stop bringing back stuff. For Pete's
sake, man. I get it. Like you said,
do Friends again, but update it. The only problem is no one's going to talk to each other. They're going to be on their damn cell phones texting each other. That show's going to suck. Speaking of texting.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I kill you. Put your phone down. You see what my phone says? My wallpaper?
What does it say?
It says, put your fucking phone down.
So you see, like, oh, shoot, I better put my phone down.
I go, oh, I don't need this. Put it down.
What
is that thing they always talk about people, like, if you go to a bar or you go out to eat and everyone puts their phone in the middle
Mm.
First person to touch their phone pays for the meal.
Ooh.
I'd toss the thing into a fishbowl.
I wouldn't be touching my phone. Forget that.
I'd be like, phone stand right here. Stab a knife into it. It's just laying there. Sparking. Oh, man, it's like a firefly. Yeah, then of course it got canceled by Fox because Fox doesn't know how to do anything at all.
They'll keep The Simpsons on for 30 years, even though the last half of it has been not funny.
I wouldn't know. I stopped watching The Simpsons. I watched The Simpsons when we used to watch it when we eat or whatever. But that was. I don't watch The Simpsons at all.
Nah.
I don't even watch Futurama.
Futurama. So even when they brought it back,
it's good. I mean,
those shows were still way better than The Simpsons were.
Oh yeah.
And I was bummed. I was bummed when it went away again.
You can only go so long before you start redoing stuff, or it's just not funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually you get there. Well, on sci-fi TV shows, real quick, have you watched Black Mirror on Netflix?
No.
Because they say that's like a Twilight Zone type show.
Oh really?
Yeah. Twilight Zone is another good one that could be in this category. It's a very genre oriented. It's probably one of the first shows where it had a lot of like downer episodes, where the episodes do not end good for the people in it.
Oh man. Yeah. Speaking of Friends, real quick, I actually got into that show, Joey. It wasn't very good. It was good because it was Joey. I can't find the second season, and if I can't find it on DVD, it's usually like somebody wants $200 for it. They're going, no, it's not that good. That show's not crap. That show's not Citizen Kane.
No. Have you checked
even Citizen Kane isn't good. Sorry, movie lovers. That is a boring movie.
I've never seen it, but that's what I've heard.
They're going, wow, this is the movie that everyone's trying to beat.
Yeah, this is the movie they say.
This is the movie everyone's trying to put me to sleep to.
Rosebud.
And by the time I'm move over, sleeping.
Ryan, wake up! I'm saying Rosebud.
I don't want to know what Rosebud is. I think it's the wagon, but who cares?
Is it the wagon? Where's my wagon, Ryan?
Where's my wagon?
Ryan, where's my wagon?
Why are you?
It starts creeping you out. Like, what the heck?
We keep going. Where the fuck am I? Why is Orson Welles whispering to me?
Oh crap!
Rosebud. Is the Rocketeer a sci-fi movie? I'm not going into those movies because I consider those movies comic book movies.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the sci-fi is the genre you can kind of mix in a little bit of comic,
you know another horror movie that's sci-fi. I was the one where it was on the ship, but it was like a horror movie.
Event Horizon?
Yeah. Man, you ever watch that with the orgy scene in there?
Yeah, like paused it and look at some of that stuff.
Up.
Yeah, there's some pretty messed up stuff going on.
There's like a guy with his eyes out, and there's a guy he's bent over a console, and some girl's going to town on him. You're like, going, what the hell is going on?
It's some freaky, messed up.
That looks like my Saturday night.
Another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody.
Oh, you're singing something else. Let's start going Bay City Rollers. SATURDAY night. SATURDAY night. Saturday night.
Nobody. I got some money because I just got paid.
What is that from?
I know, what's his name? Margaritaville.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the songs he sings. But I think originally it was somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
That's weird.
Is that all you got, sir?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well,
you can go to bed now.
Yes, I will, because I'm getting sleepy.
Me too, because you're sleeping. What time did you have to get up for work?
Real quick. This morning I was probably up about 4:30. That's just because I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. I've been sleeping like crap lately anyway.
I went to bed. Probably got the stupid puppies waking you up. Stupid puppies.
Well, no,
get rid of some of them.
They were in the kids' room.
I'll get rid of some of them.
Hey, these are kids. They're staying with the kids. They are taking care. They are doing it all until they are.
I would totally.
They are. They're going to learn some responsibility the next few weeks.
Responsibility?
What's that, man?
Not even responsibility now.
Well, let me, real quick, I'll just throw out there, you can email us at geeksamusing@gmail.com, facebook.com/geeksamusing. And again, subscribe and like, check out our YouTube page, Geeks-a-Musing.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, you can subscribe.
Like and subscribe,
because we're going to eventually start putting up some video podcasts on there. Is what we're just going to go to. But if you ain't got anything else, then that's it. So,
we got to roll.
Nope. No, we ain't rolling.
We're not
so
rolling?
for Geeks-a-Musing, this has been... No, go ahead.
We're just going to...
Oh,
You roll one.
Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta roll twice. You roll one. I'll roll one.
Yeah. Hold on. Where's my stupid list?
No.
I changed for sci-fi. I put down World War II because we're both World War II geeks.
We are big fat World War II nerds.
You want to go for a 5?
Dang it,
9. Tabletop classic board games.
Yeah, bored is right.
BORED. My friend John will love that because he loves the fact that I always call them board games. Because we'd get together and he'd be like, "Want to play a game?" I'm like, "Yeah, what are we gonna play? We're gonna play Axis and Allies." Son of a bitch, board game. Okay,
Roll a 5.
so we're gonna do that one.
Yes, that one,
That's
and then
first.
the first will be in the next. Yes. 5. 2.
Supernatural. Oh, good.
Yeah, we can talk those crazy
Monsters.
head floating gut monsters.
Yes. Which one do you want to do first? Let's do another roll. Evens. Odds.
Oh, okay.
This is which one we do first. Evens. We're doing Supernatural.
All right, Supernatural first. Supernatural will be the next episode, and then after that, it'll be tabletop.
Under Supernatural's monsters and ghosts. So I don't know if you want to talk about those both at the same time or split them up. Because I have a lot of monsters. What are they called?
We can just all encompass
Cryptopods?
cryptozoids.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, cryptozoids.
We'll talk some cryptozoids.
Yeah,
we'll leave ghosts another time.
So we're just gonna do cryptozoids.
Yeah.
So that's Bigfoot, Nessie.
Yeah, the little night walkers.
Yeah, El Chupacabra.
Yeah,
El Chupanibre.
there's one of those in my backyard.
What, El Chupacabra?
Chupacabras. Yeah. Oh, this is a hairless dog.
Oh, yeah. I see those.
The goat sucker. Oh yeah,
No, that's right.
They had an X-Files. They had an X-Files.
Yeah, they did have
with
X-Files
with
in the Ghost Sucker.
With the thing, yeah.
It was all like in the village, the Mexican.
But it was a
village.
guy. That girl in the show was very, very pretty. A Mexican girl. But then her face was gone. Let's see.
She was pretty until she missed her face.
And then she was hot. Then tabletop classic board games. That's just your usual. I have a lot of games I can say. They aren't even your normal ones like your kiddie games growing up, like Shoots and Ladders and stuff. So
That'd be cool.
we're good. We're
All
good.
right.
We got everything figured out. All right.
So for Geeks-a-Musing, this has been Nathan.
This is Ryan. Be a geek, be a nerd, but do not be a dork.